Hello, my name is Bruce Williams from the Interface Financial Group. I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes talking to you about invoice discounting and the difference between invoice discounting and invoice factoring, and how we at Interface Financial Group do our factoring, which is typically called in the US spot factoring, or in the UK goes under the name either of spot factoring or selective or single invoice finance. In traditional invoice factoring, the invoice factor will take control of the client, i.e. if that's you, if you're looking for finance for small business, and basically provide you funding against those invoices, and it'll be against your whole book, and they'll manage the collection of all that of all your debt. They'll chase the customers for money, and provide you with pretty much daily statements as to how much money you can draw down. One important thing to be aware of there when you are factoring is that the customer will know that you are factoring, and they will be getting daily calls or regular calls from the invoice factor who'll be chasing the money on your behalf. Invoice discounting is different from this in that it's basically a confidential service. So you, as the client of the invoice discounting company, will actually be responsible for collecting the invoices yourselves. So it will really be seen by your customers as though you've supplied them with the goods or services. You then invoice them. You will then chase them for payment, conduct credit control procedures, I guess you might call them, and the money will then get paid in. However, the bank account that typically it gets paid into will be a trust account where access is effectively controlled by the invoice discount company. Now, the way that we do invoice finance here at the Interface Financial Group is slightly different. In that whilst on the one hand it's like factoring in that the customer knows that you're factoring, and they will be paying the invoice that you've issued to them direct to us, we actually have tweaked our system, and we allow you, the customer, to continue to undertake credit control procedures. So it's really on the basis that they're your customers. We don't want to stand in between you and them and upset relationships, etc. So we actually allow you to handle your own collections. Now, in the industry, it's called CHOCS, which is Customer Handles Own Collections. But basically, it allows you to maintain the relationship with your customer, to chase the invoice as and when it becomes due, and then the invoice, when it gets paid to us. So that's really one of maybe some of the key differences between traditional invoice factoring, invoice discounting, and the service that we provide for small business at the Interface Financial Group.